what were some of the signs that you were dealing with grief and trauma? You know, feelings, thoughts, actions.
So some of the signs that I felt that number one, it was an internal battle. I hated how I looked. I hated looking in the mirror. I hated, you know, anytime that I looked at, as even as a child, I hated it. People would tell me that I was a cute looking kid. I never received it because I thought all of that was weighing on me. So that was number one. If you can't even accept yourself, you know, above anything else that you deal with, self is the number one thing. And then more signs was that I was socially awkward. It wasn't easy for me to relate to others and to accept, especially accept friendship from others, because I thought that they were going to hurt me, they were going to abuse me. So I would end relationships real quick. I would end friendships real quick. I'm gonna do it before you do it to me. Yeah, I know you have an alternative motive. So I would go into new relationships knowing that I'm gonna sabotage this thing. We self-sabotage when we don't love ourselves. So that's another quick sign. Number two, some more signs was I did not like. I slept a lot anytime we had an opportunity to be able to sleep. I just knew that I would sleep and sleep and sleep and sleep. In other words, I really did not want to be a part of reality. So I did not want to even be. I did not want to live. I was just existing. More at an early age, I started to envision. I started to hallucinate with birds. I read about it in my book. Anytime a trauma happened to me, anytime a situation happened to me that was dire, and I did not understand it, for some reason I would visualize birds flying over my head, and I would gaze up into the sky, and I would envision. I don't know if these things were real or fake. I write about it in my book, and I truly believe that it was God's way of sending me peace, because every time that I would envision or see these birds, a warm peace would ooze over me. When I would be getting molested, a warm peace, when I would envision these birds would ooze over me. When we would be out in the car, not knowing where our next meal was coming from and not having a place, I would envision birds, and a warm peace would come over me. So, you know, visual hallucination and audio hallucinations and things like that. You would hear things, and then it was a gamut of things that I had dealt with in my life, especially early on, because once again, I just thought I was a bad person. I just thought I was a sinner. Thought I was doomed for hell. I thought I had demons in me, like the church folks said, and all of that. So more than the outside entities or whatever they were, the outside forces, it was the inner me that was ruining me the fastest.
Indeed. So, self-sabotaging, sleeping a lot, hallucinations. Um,
Negative self-talk, and always negative self-talk. I don't care what was going on. We could be in the happiest situations, and I would negatively. Okay, this is going to turn out wrong. Somebody's going to do something wrong. So I'm not going to be able to enjoy this. So somebody is teasing me. Somebody's going to pull the rug out from under me. Always negative self-talk. Always.
Gotcha. So, what were some things that you could do to help yourself deal with the trauma and grief? Like, we're getting to the point of like you helping yourself deal with it.
Well, one of the major things that I realized, there's a statement that we use: the ability to motivate action from within is the most important skill that you will ever learn or teach. I'm going to say that one again. The ability to motivate action from within is the most important skill you will ever learn or teach. I stopped depending. The first thing that I did, and I realized that the power has to come from within me. I stopped depending on mother, father, brother, sister, psychiatrist, psychologist, everybody around me, because once again, I knew that these people were going to fail me eventually. I had to work from within, inward without first. The most important thing that I learned was when I got with Curtis Graham, and he gave me the opportunity to get it out. What do I mean by that? When I go out and do my team, I How many of y'all have ever been sloppy drunk before? I mean sloppy drunk, and I raise my hand. Both raised. I've said to the point that you don't need Pepto-Bismol poured down your throat. You don't need antacids. You need to throw up, get it out, whatever that it is. You've got to be able to get it out. I don't need Medicare. I don't need counseling. Somebody give me the opportunity just to get it out first. And then you can pour medicine in me. I need to be emptied first. That's one of the biggest things I've learned. I had to empty first. Second thing, I had to realize that recovery truly starts from within. Thirdly, those I am statements that Curtis Graham told me about, man, that brought power into me. And as a result of me learning those tools and techniques and knowing that the power is truly within me and not somewhere else, because here's the truth about it. I used to do this. If you leave your recovery in your doctor's hands, and let's say your doctor is fired or he gets another job, where is your recovery? It's gone with them. If you leave I hear a lot of the motivational speakers today that say, you got to have a why. You got to have a why. My why is my wife, or my why is my mother. And that's good if it works for you. I write about it in my second book. If it works for you, work that thing until it's red hot. It didn't work for me because oftentimes those people that I connected, that I grabbed hold to, would leave me or would disappoint me. So I had to find it within. The ability to motivate action from within is the most important skill you will ever learn or teach. As a result of me learning that it came from within, I had to search from within. I had to get it out first. I had to get the poison out first. Another statement that you may have heard, it's not the snake bite that kills you. It's the venom that's left inside of you that will eventually kill you if you don't get it out. That's the first step, getting it out. Having somebody that will just listen to you, man. Just listen, just sit, no judging, no condemnation. Just let me get it out. And then I can put medicine in. Then I can use the I am statements. Then I can use all the other tools and techniques that I share with the audiences as I go around the country speaking.